Netflix has become synonymous with online streaming and home entertainment. Most of us watch or hear about a Netflix show every day. While we all think of Netflix as a video streaming service today, not many of you may know that it actually started out as something else. If you're interested in knowing about how this streaming giant started, its early days, its major milestones, and what the future of Netflix may look like, this video is for you. Keep watching. Before Netflix became the king of streaming, it started by shipping DVDs to its customers by mail. Fast forward a few decades, and Netflix now consumes over 15% of the world's internet bandwidth, with subscribers in more than 190 countries. Isn't that impressive? But how did they achieve this astonishing success? It obviously wasn't something that happened overnight. It was a lot of trial and error, coupled with some luck. Let's go back in time and explore the origins of Netflix. Netflix was founded in 1997 by Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph in the charming city of Scotts Valley, located in Santa Cruz County, California. The famous story about how the idea of Netflix came about that a lot of you may have heard is that Reed got the idea after receiving a $40 fine for returning a movie to Blockbuster 6 weeks late. However, according to Mark, this story is just a marketing gag. In reality, Reed, who was a CEO of the company Pure Atria, where they both worked at the time, approached Mark with an idea during their daily carpool from Santa Cruz to Silicon Valley. They would discuss various e-commerce ideas until they stumbled upon what was an up-and-coming new product from Japan called the DVD. They realized DVDs would soon replace VHS cassettes, and this idea sparked their enthusiasm. To test their concept and whether these things could be delivered safely in the mail, Mark and Reed bought a CD from Logo Books and Records, mailed it to Reed's house, and when it arrived intact, they knew they had found their ticket to e-commerce greatness. On August 29, 1997, Netflix was officially registered with at least $1.9 million in funding from Reed Hastings and additional investors. Reed became chairman with 70% ownership, while Mark Randolph assumed the role of CEO and held a minority ownership stake. The early years of Netflix saw several iterations, but eventually it crafted a successful business model. A subscription-based DVD rental service with no due dates, late fees, and access to a huge pool of content for just $19.95. If you're enjoying this deep dive into Netflix's history so far, please take a moment to hit the like button. Now back to the topic. In those early days of Netflix, they would pack DVDs in white envelopes, which later transitioned to the iconic red color we're familiar with today. The DVDs would arrive in a thin package with a prepaid return sleeve inside, and Netflix would cover all postage costs. This innovative approach struck a chord with movie enthusiasts, and within 5 years, Netflix was shipping millions of DVDs on a daily basis, making it one of the go-to places to rent movies online. But the story doesn't end there. Netflix always had its eyes set on something bigger, something that would transform the way we consume movies and TV forever. This brings us to a significant turning point in Netflix's journey. In 2007, Netflix made a disruptive move by introducing streaming content directly to TVs, computers, and tablets through its Watch Now service. This marked a big shift in focus for the company, and Reed Hastings boldly stated that they had now become a streaming company that also offered DVD rentals. Thankfully for Netflix, the response to this was tremendous, and Netflix continued to grow, accumulating more subscribers and expanding its content library. It's interesting to note that one of the biggest competitors of Netflix used to be the company Blockbuster, but their refusal to buy Netflix for $50 million in 2000 proved to be a big mistake for them. By 2011, Blockbuster had to file for bankruptcy, while Netflix had crossed the milestone of 1 million subscribers. As Netflix continued to grow, the next obvious step for it seemed to be to produce its own original content. In 2012, it started with shows like Lilyhammer and House of Cards, which were Netflix originals. This marked a shift in the entire industry, as Netflix was no longer just a platform for streaming content, but also a content creator in its own right. Since then, Netflix has produced over 1,900 originals and has earned a reputation as one of the best streaming services for original content. At the same time, Netflix also started expanding its global reach, launching in many countries and adding local languages, subtitles, and dubbing to cater to diverse audiences. This led to them hitting a significant milestone in 2017, 100 million subscribers worldwide, strengthening their position as the leading streaming service in the world. Today, Netflix has over 230 million paid subscribers across more than 190 countries, with a vast content library of over 15,000 titles. It generates annual revenues of over $25 billion, but in true Netflix fashion, the company keeps adapting in order to keep up with the ever-evolving landscape. In 2021, Netflix introduced mobile games, offering users the opportunity to play games directly on the platform. That being said, Netflix has seen some lows in the recent past. In 2022, they faced a setback, losing 200,000 subscribers in the first quarter, which was the first decline in subscribers they had seen in over a decade. To regain momentum, Netflix quickly started exploring different strategies. One approach was cracking down on password sharing, and they also introduced their first ever ad-supported tier called Basic with Ads, providing content at a lower price in exchange for occasional ads, similar to what most other streaming companies have been providing. As Netflix is facing tough competition from other streaming services like Hulu, Disney+, Prime Video, and HBO Max, they must continue to innovate and keep their content fresh. As we can tell by now, they have consistently proven their ability to adapt and accept emerging technologies and changing customer preferences, ensuring they remain at the forefront of the industry. As we look to the future, it'll be interesting to see which of the other streaming services prove to be Netflix's biggest competitor, and how Netflix navigates its way to stay on top of the game. Before we wrap up, we want to take a moment to also reflect on the cultural impact Netflix has had. Today, it's more than just a streaming service. It's become a cultural phenomenon, from discussions at work about the latest binge-worthy series to the excitement surrounding Netflix's original movies and series. Netflix originals have also been recognized at prestigious award ceremonies, making it clear that Netflix has made a lasting mark in the entertainment landscape. It has redefined the way we consume entertainment, giving us the freedom to watch what we want, when we want. Netflix has truly become a household name at this point. So there it is, the incredible journey of Netflix, from a simple DVD by mail service idea to the global streaming giant we know and are obsessed with today. It's definitely a story of determination and innovation, and also shows us the massive power of entertainment. That's all for this video. We'd love to know what you think of Netflix, and if you're one of their 230 million subscribers. If you could only choose to watch one streaming service, would it be Netflix or something else? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on some of your favorite companies. We'll see you in the next video.